Hey fellow travelers, I am Algarve. Join us to explore Benagil Caves Portugal, where I'll take you on an unforgettable journey through one of the most iconic natural wonders of the Algarve coast. In this Benagil Caves Boat Tour vlog, I'll show you everything you need to know before visiting Benagil Cave Portugal, best places to visit in Benagil, hidden gems, and all you need to know about the Benagil Caves Boat Trip. At the end of this video, you will find the most important information, and I'll be waiting for your likes and specific questions as a comment. Early in the morning, after renting our car in Lisbon, we drove for 3 hours down the highway to finally reach Benagil Beach, where we were going to join the famous Benagil Caves Boat Tour. Once we arrived, we parked our car safely in the parking lot located a little above the beach and started walking down the steep road toward the Golden Sands. Benagil Beach itself is a small but world-famous sandy cove on the Algarve coast, surrounded by dramatic limestone cliffs that hide countless caves carved by the sea. As we descended toward the shoreline, we immediately noticed the thick crowd of people filling every corner of the beach, showing just how popular this destination had become. Around the beach, there were plenty of restaurants and small cafes where people could grab a meal or a refreshing drink before or after their tours. Since we had arrived much earlier than planned, we managed to change our original midday boat tour tickets to an earlier time slot and avoid the peak heat. Benagil Caves boat tours are flexible, and travelers can choose to join from Benagil Beach itself or from surrounding towns and cities like Faro, Albufeira, or Portimão. Because we had limited time and wanted to explore other parts of the Algarve later in the day, we decided to book the shorter 30-minute express tour. The company we chose, Taruga Benagil Tours, charged us around €20 per person, which felt quite reasonable for what we were about to experience. Although Benagil Beach is relatively small, the massive crowd squeezed into the area made it feel almost overwhelming, yet everyone seemed to be having fun in their own way. Most people waiting in line were there to rent kayaks, and the queues stretched across the beach in long, winding lines. Those renting kayaks had the chance to both exercise and explore the surrounding caves at their own pace, giving them more freedom than the boat passengers. For those who wanted to take a break or enjoy a proper meal, several cafes and restaurants perched up on the cliffs offered breathtaking panoramic views of the coastline. Meanwhile, many others simply laid out towels, sunbathed, and swam in the crystal-clear waters, soaking in the natural beauty of the Algarve shoreline. Finally, our boat pulled up to the shore, and we eagerly stepped forward to begin what promised to be an unforgettable journey. Our captain and his assistant handed out bright orange life jackets to all passengers, ensuring everyone's safety before setting off into the open sea. The very first stop was a small cave located just beside the main beach, an intimate spot that already hinted at what was waiting further along the coast. Inside this little cave, there was a miniature sandy beach hidden away from the outside world, almost like a secret hideout. Kayakers who made it into this cave often paused here for a short break, cooling off in the shade and enjoying the chilly breeze that rolled in from the water. Not long after, our captain accelerated across the sparkling blue waters, steering us directly toward the legendary Benagil Cave itself. As we approached the cave entrance, we could see a thick cluster of people, boats, and kayaks all waiting their turn to enter. Luxury yachts and sightseeing boats formed a floating line outside, adding to the already lively and chaotic atmosphere. Finally, it was our turn to go inside, and the moment we entered, the sheer scale and beauty of the cave completely took our breath away. The captain's assistant invited each group of passengers to the bow of the boat, one by one, so everyone could capture family photos in the iconic setting. Although our time inside was short, we managed to look around carefully, take pictures, and fully absorb the atmosphere of this natural wonder. Soon after, the boat continued past rugged cliffs dotted with caves and hollows, where dozens of kayakers paddled energetically through narrow openings. We cruised by Kuridara Beach, a hidden cove that can only be reached from the sea, making it feel like a completely untouched paradise. A little farther along, we entered another enormous sea cave, which turned out to be one of the largest I have ever seen during my travels around the world. This massive cave also had a sandy beach inside, and several kayakers were resting there, taking advantage of the shaded shelter. We circled slowly within the cave to admire its vastness before continuing further along the coastline. Only a short distance away, we came across yet another sea cave, this one buzzing with kayaks heading in and out like a stream of colorful ants. We peeked inside briefly, enjoying the sight, and then headed back out toward the sunlit ocean to continue our adventure. The shoreline itself was dramatic, with towering cliffs filled with cracks, arches, hidden beaches, and mysterious caves stretching as far as the eye could see. Honestly, I don't think I had ever seen so many kayakers gathered in one place at the same time in my life. One of the most popular caves along the route, Tuta dos Algarve, was also packed with kayaks and adventurers eager to experience its beauty. At one point, our captain slowed the boat and pointed upward, drawing our attention to unique rock formations on the cliffs that resembled the shape of a crocodile. Just a bit farther, we marveled at natural rock arches that looked exactly like an elephant, framing spectacular sea windows carved by the waves. Right beside this formation lay Marina Beach, one of the Algarve's most iconic and photographed beaches, known for its golden cliffs and turquoise waters. As we passed by, our captain's assistant gave us more information about the geology and history of the region, which made the experience even more engaging. The captain then pushed the throttle, and we felt the thrill of speed, enjoying an adrenaline-filled ride along the open water. By the time we returned to Benagil Beach, the captain even performed a playful maneuver near the shore, giving us a small taste of his boating skills. Stepping back onto the sand, we noticed that the crowd had nearly doubled in the short 30 minutes we had been gone. The kayakers were now so numerous that they were constantly bumping into each other, a chaotic scene that strangely reminded me of rush hour traffic in India. Even after disembarking, we were still under the spell of the unforgettable views and the magical atmosphere of the caves we had just explored. To relax and cool off, we grabbed a table at one of the beach cafes and enjoyed some refreshing drinks while watching the lively scene below. Looking back, the Benagil Caves Boat Tour was easily one of the most exciting and adrenaline-filled experiences of our entire trip to Portugal. Although we had traveled a very long distance to get here, every moment felt worthwhile, and seeing this natural wonder in person was absolutely the right decision. If you are ever planning a trip to Portugal, I highly recommend setting aside at least a single day to visit the Algarve region and experience this tour for yourself. From my own experience, the best time to visit Benagil Caves is early in the morning, when the sea is calmer, the light is magical as it filters through the cave ceiling, and the crowds are still thin enough to enjoy the beauty without distraction. I remember arriving before the midday rush and feeling as if the cave belonged just to us, giving me enough time to take photos, absorb the silence between the echoes of the waves, and truly connect with the raw beauty of the Algarve coast. If you want the most memorable visit, I recommend planning your boat tour for the morning or late afternoon. When the sun is softer, the colors of the cliffs turn golden, and you can avoid the overwhelming midday crowds that sometimes feel like a traffic jam on the water. This was my complete guide about Benagil Cave Portugal, with everything you need to know before visiting, including tips about the boat tours, hidden beaches, and unforgettable cave experiences. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video, and of course, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on my next travel adventures. And if you need more information, feel free to ask me as a comment. I'll be happy to answer and share more details from my trip.